In this video I'm going to be taking a look at the Vertigo VSC-3 by Vertigo themselves and the Vertigo VSC-2, which was made by plugin alliance Brainworx. Off the bat, the main difference between the two plugins is that the VSC-3 has a dry-wet mix knob, and it also has sidechain filters that go from 30Hz to 200Hz, where the VSC-2 only has a 90Hz or a 60Hz option for the sidechain filter and doesn't have a mix knob. Most of the Brainworx plugins these days have the sidechain filter and the mix knob. It's actually added to this section here, but for whatever reason this version of the plugin hasn't received that update. So really, I think the major differences between these two could be resolved by Brainworx updating this plugin. But there are workarounds. You can create an FX channel and then do a parallel blend with the VSC-2 if you want to achieve the same result as the dry-wet mix knob. The other more subtle differences are slight differences in the attack and the release time. So there's more options of attack and release on the VSC-3 than there are on the VSC-2. But yeah, we'll go through and compare them on a track here, and I'll let you hear what they sound like. So this is with no compression. So let's solo the drums. That's without. And that's with about a 50% blend. I'll enable the VSC-2 on the parallel channel. So you can probably hear there was not a massive difference between them whenever I'm running the VSC-2 as a parallel effects sound. They're pretty comparable. I mean, you could, and that was with slightly different settings on the VSC-3. I think I've got it at 200 Hz. So not exactly the same, but I'll do the comparison, but both at 90 Hz. Okay. So I'll move on and I'll do the bass as well. So we'll just build it with the bass. Doing a pretty nice job of controlling the low end there. And this is the VSC-2, both at 90 Hertz. Find that the threshold and makeup gain settings had to be quite different to get them to be even similar, so I'm not matching them setting for setting, other than the release times and attack times when possible. So yeah, that was on bass. Let's see. Got the VSC-2 enabled on this, 60 Hertz. again, I've got the VSC-2. Very gentle compression. Take it down to 60. Allow the attack through, so let's try the VSC-3. The sidechain filter comes in handy there on the electric guitars. I'd say it would come in handy possibly on vocals and acoustic guitar as well. You're just going to have a bit more versatility with the VSC-3 would be with the VSC-2. Just going to have a bit more versatility with the VSC-3 than you're going to get with the VSC-2. In terms of the sidechain filters, this sounds a bit cleaner. I'll do a comparison here. And then obviously you've got the dry wet mix knob as well. So to make that a little bit more fair, what I'll do, create an effects track, that. Add Vertigo VSC-2 onto it. So hopefully that's given people an idea of the differences between these two plugins and similarities. And I guess it all really comes down to whether or not you want to spend $229 or euros on the VSC-3 if you already have this or a bunch of other bus compressors, if you think it's really worth it. Apparently it's a very faithful recreation of the VSC-3, so the hardware. But whenever I'm comparing the parallel effects sound from VSC-2 to what this is doing with the wet dry mix knob, it's not a massive difference to me. I could certainly get by with the VSC-2, which you could get for a lot less, so that's definitely worth bearing in mind. Plugin Alliance have sales very regularly. You could probably pick this up for $29 if you were patient. Or for the price of this compressor, this one plugin, you could have a year subscription to the Plugin Alliance Mega Bundle, and you would get access to all of their plugins plus a $250 voucher. So, yeah, I guess it's up to you whether or not you think that's worth it. I'm just trialing this at the minute, and yeah, I don't think I'm going to be purchasing, to be honest. Not that it's bad at all, it's not, but it hasn't like wowed me and made me think that I can't live without this compressor. So hopefully people find that informative and interesting, and the audio examples were useful. And if so, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll have more videos up soon. Cheers.